Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad we're all here. But whatever, man. That being said, I'm gonna teach you a move that I actually published, man, probably about 4 years ago. Just a weird kind of control to get a card from the middle to the top using a pseudo bottom palm and a pinky clip while you're squaring. Yes! You'll see what it is, but it's a lot of fun. It's something that I've done for a while, and I'm gonna give it to you again. Maybe you didn't know about it, so you're gonna learn right now. But before we do that, there's a few things I want to say. You'll never see me make a video about me leaving my job, because my job is exactly what I want to do. I do magic for a living. I create magic. I get to share magic with you guys. I sell magic in my own company, and that's how I make a living. I'm already grateful for the support that I've had to be able to do what I want to do. That being said, I have a company called Lost Art Magic, and we just released a new product. It's called 𝗦𝗧𝗨𝗙𝗙. This is what the packaging looks like. I don't know if you can see that. It's so dope. If you'd like to take a look at it, I'm going to show you a little bit of the trailer right now. The link will be in the description below. You could get it right now, ship it right out to you. This is how I make a living. You know, I get to do what I love, and this is part of what I loved. It was a lot of fun to put together. It was a lot of fun to create stuff for it and to think about the packaging and how to make it look, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you guys want to check that out, we're selling that right now. It just came out Friday. Also, a little bit of history. We actually sell something called box, which is actually an 𝐏𝐀𝐒𝐒 coin box. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much a staple of coin magic. A lot of people who have been in coin magic for a while know about an 𝐏𝐀𝐒𝐒 coin box already, but if you don't, we've made one with a bunch of routines by my friend 𝗦𝗧𝗥𝗢𝗠, who's just a beast with coins and with the coin box, and we've had it specially weighted so it can do certain things. It's just a way of learning a little bit about different kinds of magic besides cards that you may not have known about. I don't know, I can't even speak English. That's that. I just wanted to share that with you quickly. You guys supporting me here and through my company, it just helps me create more stuff for you, create better products, and just give you guys some great stuff. So if you guys can, please show your support. Enjoy this stuff. If you have any questions, you know, we have places where you can talk about it and share it with people. If you ever see me at a convention, I'll be sharing that with you too. I'll also be in Ohio this week. I'll be there this Thursday for Battle of the Magicians in Canton, Ohio. If you don't know about the convention, you can look it up. Go there, sign up, we'll hang out, we'll have some fun. I'll show you some stuff. So if you can make it out, I'll see you out there. In the meantime, let's just get right into the explanation. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not easy, kind of like some of the other stuff I've done already. It's not the easiest to do, but it is something that I think teaches you some good lessons. It teaches you a little bit of the beginnings of a bottom palm, teaches you about angles and switches and pinky switches and how to get doubles and 𝗙𝐒𝐻𝐻 turnovers. We're gonna go over all that. I hope you enjoy it. I will show you what the move looks like first, and then we'll get into all of the finer detail of how to do this. Actually, there's a card clip too. I'll talk about more about those in another video. Alright, so this is what it looks like. We'll use the 8 of clubs, okay? And all you have to do is pay attention. This is going to go right into the middle of this deck, just like that, okay? And square it up, and the card is on top of the deck. So let's get into the first part, which is the 𝗙𝐒𝐻𝐻 turnover. So the 𝗙𝐒𝐻𝐻 turnover is a way to turn over cards, a packet of cards, or even a deck in this case, and keep a break or keep a separation so you can get a break later. So here's what's happening. The first thing you need to do is have a break underneath 2 cards. Now I like to use the pinky count because I can count as many cards as I like, just like that. If you don't know about the pinky count, I actually have a video on magicstream.com. You can check it out. It's there. But here's what's basically going to happen. After you get your break on 2, you're going to hold the break with the pinky. You're going to bring your thumb over, and you see how it automatically kicks over. You're just gonna turn that over and it keeps a step. Now I have a small step here. You can make that bigger by putting your finger more into the brake and then turning over. See that? Now you get a bigger step. But once you get used to it, you don't need a big step at all. So you just keep your finger there, turn over the deck, you get your little step. And now when you grab from above, you're just gonna pull down on that step and separate the double. So the double ends up in the hand that normally holds the deck. So that's the first step, that's the 𝗙𝐈𝐒𝐄 turnover. The next step is going to be how to do the beginnings of a bottom palm. By the way, I don't know if you see my shirt, it's pretty dope. Look at cat. Wow. Basically the beginnings of a bottom palm. So here's what a bottom palm looks like with one card. Okay, palm a card out. But we're not going to go into full palm. We're not going to do this into full palm. We're basically just going to separate and keep there. So here's what's happening. The first thing you need to do is put the card in the palm position. So palm the card the way you would. Now a correct palm is not a monkey grip, right? We don't want the monkey grip. We just want this right here. Pinky, the fat of the thumb on those 2 points right there, that's actually a palm. Okay, just like that. Once you have that position, you're gonna take the corner that's by your pinky and you're gonna lever it up and grab it in whatever kind of mechanics grip you can grab through here. So that's the first step. The next step is you're gonna pinch this card in between the ball of your palm and your thumb, like this. Okay, and you're gonna use your thumb to just pull up a little bit, and that separates the cards. The next step, you're gonna pull down and back with your pinky, and that's where you're gonna stop for here. That is basically the beginnings of it. So let's put these moves together, and then we'll go on to the next step. So you have the 7 of clubs here. Okay, I'm just gonna give that just like that. And now the next step, as you do the bottom palm, is you're going to split open the deck with this hand here, just like that. And this is gonna slide right in while you're holding the palm card. So this is just gonna go right into that break. And then from underneath, you're gonna push this over so that you could pinky clip it. So from the top, you're in this position, but with your hand on top, you're in this position. Okay, so this card is already in clip, this card is sticking out, usually right about there. And then you're gonna pull away from the deck, and this card is gonna stay in that clip. Now you're gonna extend your fingers out, and as you extend your fingers out, like this, you're just going to square that up and replace the card on the top of the deck. So I'll do that a little bit more exposed for you.
Exposed, 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 exposed.
Okay, so we'll do it with the 5 of clubs. Turn over, you see the break. Separate, show the card. As you come back, watch your angles. This goes into the middle of the pack, goes underneath, into the pinky clip. Now you're going to extend, square that card in, and into the deck it goes. And I guess I'll do the whole thing from underneath. So we have the King of Hearts. Just turn that over. Pull that break. Show the card. Bottom palm. Open. This goes in. This goes underneath. Pinky clip. Separate. Drop. Square. And you're done. So play around with those moves a little bit. Don't worry about the angles yet. Just get used to doing the moves, because that's going to be the hardest part. Just getting those moves smooth. And then once you do, the next step is going to be to cover the bad angles. That's going to be the next step. Here's how you do it. Once you have your card separated at the bottom, and you go to turn this over, this area of your hand is going to block most of what's happening. So you want this card to line up with their eye before you start the move, and then the card will naturally block your hand. So don't turn your hand up. Just get to here, and then the card will do the rest. Now you're here, this is gonna go in, and as you do that, you're going to begin to turn so that your top hand begins to block as you put this into your pinky clip. Now you pull away. Now you see how I changed the angle? Now you extend your fingers, and this is what's being hidden underneath, right? So you just do this, and then you square everything up. So this is another lesson in blocking. Like coin magicians use it where they'll do a move here and then they'll reproduce it here. It's the same idea with this. So you have your card here, you show it as you come back to here, you bring this in, now you pivot just slightly so this card can get underneath, and then you square, hiding this the whole time. This shouldn't even be a thing that people even realize is happening. What's more important is that card that's outjogged, because that's what you're going for. That's where the attention goes. Okay, turn over, this goes to here, show the card, extend this out, bring it into the pack, this goes underneath into a clip, square, and you're done. So that's it. That was the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, practice those moves, practice the angle. You know, I talk a little bit about movement and blocking. These are all essential things that when you start getting to advanced moves that become very, very necessary. So don't just skimp on it and say, oh, this is too angly, this is too this, it's too... It's all excuses. Just have fun with it, man. Don't let people tell you that you can't do something. If you think it's too angly, figure out a way to get around the angles, man. That's just what it's about. We're trying to create impossible. And sometimes that means doing something that's impossible too. Figuring it out, then it's not so impossible. Anyway, comment below, tell me what you think of it. You know, like the video if you like it. Tell your friends about it, share it with your mother. I don't know about that last part. That's it, man. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next video.